and think in front of them is the Veteran Motorcycle Salute, Street Bikers United, SBU, and mahalo to the men and women in blue, our Honolulu Police Department Motorcycle Unit. Give it a nice round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. This is, ladies and gentlemen, one of America's national parades, one of America's living memorials, and the largest and the official public event marking the anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. We are here today to commemorate the past by honoring those whose service and sacrifice and preserve the freedom and liberty of a grateful nation. Today we also celebrate that once bitter enemies are now close friends and allies, as is the case with the United States and our good friends, the nation of Japan. Can't come back to Hawaii soon enough. We missed it. They're right around the corner. Oh, here we go. We've got the parade is on. Nearly 100 floats and entries. Here we go. We're looking at the sponsor banners by E&E Networks and the History Channel. This is all live webcast here and around the globe right now at PearlHarborParade.org. Welcome to everybody from near and far. Thank you also to the Hilton Hawaiian Village, which is the largest resort in the Pacific, just Mackay, where we began today in the Corda Field near Fort Tarusi. Thanks also to the Best Defense Foundation. We heard from their representatives here earlier today as well. Pipes and drums of the Chicago Police Department carry the first banner. Pipes and drums. There they are. And boy, did they put on a show in the park, ladies and gentlemen. It was a show to remember, a show to end all shows. Service always. Sounding good. Looking good. Speaking of Go Army. We got our NASCAR. We got it all here tonight. Come on. The Army balloon, as you can well see, backed up by the Army platoon soldiers from the 8th Theater Sustainment Command in Fort Shafter, representing the Senior Army Logistics Command in the Pacific Command Area Responsibility. Go Army! Well, Go Army, they're known by, but when it comes to these guys, is Semper Fi. Always faithful. Give it up for the Marine Forces Pacific Band, ladies and gentlemen. They're part of who represents you. Established in 1918, the U.S. Marine Corps Forces Pacific Band is one of the oldest exceed 100 years of age that were there 80 years ago today. Right there, December 7th, 1941 in Pearl Harbor. The reason we're here today, ladies and gentlemen, because of these men. Many of these Pearl Harbor survivors, don't you know, have never returned to Pearl Harbor in their 75 plus years since that date until today. This year they're joined by the brothers who served also in the European and Greater Pacific theaters, comprising the war around the globe known as World War II. Veterans and that next car back through here again. Last time we were here a couple of years ago, we had a guy get down and touch his toes, touch his knees, did a push-up on the asphalt. What a guy, what a day. Thank you, Donnie Edwards, part of our review staff. Defense Foundation, Donnie Edwards, one of our great speakers at our opening ceremony here today. And of course, a NFL great, you know him. What a spirit, what a leader, what an inspiration and motivator to the youth. Getting the rising generation, we call them, to honor our greatest generation. Wow, look at that guy, can still pucker it up. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed our opening ceremony, we had over 100 of these World War II veterans and Pearl Harbor survivors on stage with us at Corona Field. Nails. After God made these men, they broke the mold. They don't make like this anymore. Jack Holder shared stories about he helped America turn the tide in the Battle of Midway. One of his flying missions. Unbelievable. Right after our Pearl Harbor survivors, another Parade entry number 13 will also pay their style of tribute. I'll tell you a little bit more about them in just a moment, the Corvette Club of Hawaii. But their lead vehicle, right, is one of the pace cars and the Indy 500. One of the Corvettes doing that job. And in that car is a man named George Olson, who was 18 when he fought in Iwo Jima and Okinawa. And church, what is he now? 95 years young.
Let the hole! Let the hole!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our 10th anniversary edition of the Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade. And again, that Indy 500 Corvette pace car. Hosts in the passenger seat, our honored guests. Give it up for the gentleman who at 18 fought for us on foreign fronts in Iwo Jima and Okinawa. 95-year young George Olson. Say hello to George. That's right, Tony. Capture that moment. It's a moment, I'll tell you. Thank you, George. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Corvette Club of Hawaii, established when I graduated back in 1973 from high school. I don't know how many loved Corvettes back then. This is for Corvette owners and for the people that just love that great American sports car. FYI, the club currently has over 100 members, with associate members from all over the world. They invite you to come out and join the fun and camaraderie with people who share many of your own interests. Our general membership meetings, they say, are held the first Tuesday of every month at Verbano Pesteria over there at Polymomy Street in Pearl Ridge. You can log on and find out more about them. So thank you to the Corvette Club for driving our grand marshals today. Parade entry number 13, looking to become America's favorite classic sports car, the Corvette Club of Hawaii. But Mrs. Hawaii. So young to be where she's gone, and, well, too late to turn back. Sorry, gentlemen, she's back. But she's sporting the red, white, and blue All-American girl. Thank you. Lovely, lovely. Doesn't look 100 years old. He's not one of the veterans. I think maybe he's gonna. Well, Merry Christmas to you too. That's great.
Are you with the parade? So, I'm with the best defense. One of our veterans some have those wheelchairs. So
I think he wants to live to be 100, that's for sure.
Second and third trolley, they're going to stop so that they're not good. Okay, you're going to wait for them? Or is somebody on
By the way,
Yeah,
season's eaten.
I'm going to take them.
Happy holidays and ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Melican and Gimaka, ladies and gentlemen. We hail from Waikiki, Honolulu, Oahu, neighbor islands. What a man, welcome. I can't hear that Corvette, can you? Man, I thought Corvettes had sound. Miss Kahuna? No. Ladies and gentlemen, parade entry number 15 here tonight for your reviewing, unofficially and informally. I present to you the World War II Veterans Overflow. We've had so many travel from near and far, aided by family, Ohana friends, and local volunteer groups. We've been able to just get, and we had to get a surplus Waikiki trolley, which was established in 1986. Noka Oi. Great way to get around Waikiki and rent one of these things out and sing everybody Christmas carols. This is a big deal for some of these people. The little towns in the Midwest were like 300 people, farm country. We've never seen this many people. Right on, welcome.
Let's stay!
Dressed up, dolled up for the holidays.
We are to stay!
To walk it, man. Iron Man. You're gonna ask yourself, young people, are you gonna be upright and walking in a century? Huh? Yeah, maybe. I'm not so sure about you, man. You better get some good friends to take care of you. Make sure you marry right, too. What's that, an electric Corvette? I can't hear it. Man. There we go. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Purple Heart Cold Air Balloon. In effigy, of course, in honor of the founder of our country, the late great George Washington, who also presided over the Constitutional Convention and the General of the Army that won the war, turned the tide, and helped create the foundation for the country you enjoy today. God bless his memory, and that of the Purple Hearts with our cold air balloon. And thank you to volunteers, making it possible, bringing it on down. Here we go, trolley number 4. This is the military order of the Purple Hearts. They have received This decoration is chartered by Congress. It's unique among veteran service organizations in that all its members were wounded in combat. For this sacrifice, they were awarded Purple Heart Medal. Grants from the WWII Service Foundation. The military Purple Hearts and Ladies Auxiliary promotes patriotism, fraternalism, and the preservation of American military history. And I think this is the family overflow of the abundance of veterans, and obviously some of the grandchildren of the veterans that we have brought down the boulevard. Wave that flag proudly, sir. You deserve it. So does your family. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, right after this particular trophy is Parade Entry number 20. This is the Hawaii Trophy. Making you glad you have kids. If you're visiting Hawaii, you may not know, but Pearl City is our second largest city. It's its own animal. Some people think it's part of Honolulu, but it's its own district, and it is large in charge. Pearl City. Look at this man with his big Suburban and PA system on top. He's got it going on. Limousine must be a VIP in there. But a ball cap? Now, what kind of deal is that? This is the real deal. The Highland High School marching band. Give it up for Gilbert, Arizona. Come on. Men and women in black. Looking good, sounding great. United States has consistently won field competitions in California, Nevada, and Arizona, including winning the first ever Amona State Marching Band Championship in 2009. There they go, the Highland High School Marching Band. Hark, ladies and gentlemen. Lo and behold, this is the USS Arizona Balloon. And look at those great volunteers carrying the starship of this entire affair. Next, the Spirit of Liberty Freedom Bell, flatbed. Like I said, the St. Pius Catholic Marching Band from Georgia. Come on, Georgia. Company. substantial varsity club. They are known as the Varsity Spirit Cheerleaders in the red, white, blue. Give a nice round of applause. What a team. What a deal. Welcome, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, they say thank you, veterans, and they are the Riverdale High School mixed choir. They're not mixed up. They're good. They represent and honor the USS Tennessee. Give it up, the Riverside High School Choir. Thank you. Right on. In team uniform. Today, ladies and gentlemen, is December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day. Indeed, it was December 7th, 1941, exactly 80 years ago today, that the United States of America was attacked by the Imperial Japanese Navy as part of a plan to eliminate any potential challenge to Japanese conquest in Asia. The Japanese attack force included 6 aircraft carriers and 420 planes stationed 230 miles off Oahu. And the rest is history. It started there, but it ended up. We kissed and made up, and our great friends helped rebuild our new friends in Japan. This is Vahina Tea. I believe she's Miss Kahuku. What a coincidence, the car is red. The Red Raiders are here. She's got a resume a mile long right here. This natural K-town, we call Kahuku Beauty, is part Hawaiian, Tahitian, Tongan, Chinese, French, and German. Loves everything about her multicultural family. In Miss Vahina Tea, Nikki, Teahini, Kawailani, Haiola, Napa'a, Vahina Tea. If you can say that 3 times backwards, then you're a better man than me. Or woman. Here we go. Kahuku football team is here. A Kahuku football team would have a haka, wouldn't you think? No? Oh, it's too bad. I guess they're stopping just for the review, for checking out their muscles or something. Brigadier General Joseph Clearfield on hand, large in charge of the Marines, on the review team here today on Kalakaua Avenue. So accompanying Miss Vahina is her alma mater, of course, the nationally American football team. There they are. That's why they have an unblemished record of 7 wins, no losses. Kahuku once again on the hunt for another OIA championship. Go Kahuku. Here we go, the J.M. Robinson High School Marching Band from North Carolina. The Pride of Robinson, hailing from the J.M. Robinson High School, Concord, North Carolina, founded the school in 2001. Check out their sound. They've garnered local and regional acclaim, multiple superior ratings, and grand championships throughout North and South Carolina. And their honors go on and on. The Sacramento Chorus ladies. Maybe that's them coming right now. Hark. Let's see. These, ladies and gentlemen, are the Thunder Squad. Man, when was the last time one age could use to do splits like that? How about never? Not just any ordinary group of children, these children melt apart and take the breath away with their style of music, which they bring to the heart. Come, big state, come, together. The Thunder Squad. How young are these boys? It's the Thunder Squad. Their drum line was sounding good. VFW stands for the Veterans of Foreign Wars. Welcome to this 10th edition, the 10th anniversary of the Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade. Couldn't have done it without you. And this is the one, the only Commander-in-Chief, VFW. Welcome, sir. Aloha. Keep up the good work. The rest of your life is the best of your life, and the best is yet to come. Thank you. Yes, Commander-in-Chief, Chief Mr. Fritz. Hark, who goes there? Next up in the parade tonight. Welcome, Waukesha West High School Marching Band from Wisconsin. Big special shout out indeed. They're under the direction of Kaylee Ramsow and David Farmer, a comprehensive high school program which includes students that perform in concert bands, jazz bands, prep bands, and other ensembles and marching bands around the region. They've won the most prestigious state music conference and conventions. They've been doing it all for 22 years. Here they are. Wow, they're a big one. Listen to that sound. trucks are in front of you now. Aloha to Lane of Blazing FX. The good folks that provide us with our classic cars this evening. One of our most popular entries in all of our visitors that takes you back to the early 50s and 60s. Dave Livingston knows it well. Those are the good old days, Dave. Well, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good as once as I always was. There we go. Thanks to you, Lane, and our classic cars for their support of the Memorial Day Parade. Is that a Chevy Chevelle? The SS? Yeah, she knows a good car. I can't hear these cars. You'd be audible from here, wouldn't you? I can't hear the car. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Thank you to Classic Cars. Their support. So fine. That guy's not dragging the motor, huh? You'd think that thing could pump up and down, wouldn't you? Is that the classic old Dodge Dart? Man, I've never seen them look that good. They didn't look that good when they came out. Is this a 5.5 Chevy? It is. It is. The most classic Chevy Bel Air you can imagine. Give a nice round of applause. That's one hot Chevy. The 5.5. Yeah, man. When men were men, women were women, and, well, you fill in the blanks. Hey, Pontiac, Dave? Theo? Dave, this was the car you were to drive in, right? You must remember the name of it. I don't remember. All right, the Chevy Chevelles continue. The symbols of Santa Claus and a Merry Christmas to one and all. Chevrolet, the brand you've come to know, love, and trust. 71 Heavy, huh? You'd think we'd be able to hear that thing from here. Oh, come on, Corvette. Are you going to put up with that? We can't hear your Corvette. Bad Shy. Got it. Sporting his American flag, an all-American boy. And the action never stops on King Kalakaua Avenue. Here I am, he says, in his Bel Air. All right, let's do it. Followed up by their hearse, of course, in case they go too fast. Hey, Halloween was a few months ago. Chewbacca is here and alive. Have you ever seen a 71 goat? I'm not talking about his wife. I'm talking about this car here. GTO. Yeah. Woo. Check it out. I was going to say, what about what happened to the back? Is he going to go? There we go. This is a 64, you know what. Santa Claus has fainted from all the excitement on the top. That's a pretty skinny Santa Claus. I guess it's going to be a late Christmas, huh? Oh, not this one. This is a different story. Oh, he's got the decorations going. 14-karat gold wheels. They're still making dune buggies? No. This was bought about 50 years ago. It's still cooking. This one he probably put in a Porsche engine. This one, right? They used to have originally a VW engine. The people's car, the Volkswagen, the VW. Can you believe it? Doesn't that car company own something like, is it Bentley now? They own a luxury car brand now. VW company. Back in the day, all of us young servers wanted a VW van. And you knew it was a post-1967 edition if it didn't have the small little side windows. So this is pre-67. Looking good. Man, them some racks. You have no legs anymore, so I stopped driving. Whatever. Here, at least you got a little compression room here, you know? The VWs continue here in the classic car collection of Blazin' FX classic cars. Man, there's nothing like a Boss 302 fastback Mustang. Such a purring engine, though. Quiet but effective. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. How about a 5.0 Mustang? Looking good here. I remember when I was in. Are you going to put up with that, Red Hot Man? They're power walking on their own human feet now as we continue to honor the World War II veterans and the survivors 80 years later of December 7th, 1941. This, ladies and gentlemen, hailing from the great state of New Mexico, is the Los Alamos community. Man. You look lovely, darling, in your aloha wear. Welcome to Hawaii. I wasn't talking to you, but you're okay too, all right? Pick it up the rear. There we go. Someone's got to do it. All right. Who's next? The Canterbury Youth Voices are next. That's who. Look at their beautiful banners, their beautiful shirts, their uniformity, how friendly they are. They're so friendly. I heard they're giving away money. These people are really popular. I haven't seen any of it flow yet, but we're going, I'm sure. And look at that. They come in all ages, shapes, and sizes. Must be the chaperone. Welcome. Welcome. Good for you. Good for you. They'd be out of control without you. Pour right over here. It's Hawaii. It's playtime, right? Right on. Right on. Welcome. She's waiting for float number 91. I told her, we'll have bias about midnight. Gentlemen from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Representing USS Oklahoma for this year's 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. The choir walking today's band of singers ranging in age from 9 to 21. Thank you to their leaders, Meredith, Stephen Ziegler, Susan Pendergraft, and Kenneth Stock. Canterbury Youth Voices celebrating their silver anniversary next year. Welcome. All right, then. Oklahoma. We take you back to the great state of Wisconsin as our lovely, beloved, friendly, cooling trade winds, I feel now, are returning. Hallelujah. Aloha from the Amro High School Band and Choir. Come to you from 4,182 miles away from the small rural community of Amro in central Wisconsin. Our high school serves approximately 360 students. We're small in size and big on Amro, Fox's pride. Sounding marvelous, darlings. And meanwhile, this thing, church. Well, we said go Army, we said Semper Fi Marines, but this is Anchors Away, the Navy balloon. Is your father or grandfather Navy? Right on. It shows. Right on. We got boys and girls in blue down here. Talk about blue. How about the Blue Angels, ladies and gentlemen? The U.S. Navy Blue Angels balloon. Thank you, Moa, for the generator. The Navy platoon, ladies and gentlemen, represents the U.S. Navy marching unit. Comprised of 10 women who were assigned throughout the various commands working in Pearl Harbor. Leading the marching unit is Master Chief Jerry Hall, Simsoenko, Headquarters, Commander U.S. Pacific Fleet Pearl Harbor. This is one of the most historic bases, of course, in the world and home to more than 16,000 active duty sailors. Our sailors serve with pride and professionalism. They deploy in support of overseas contingency operations around the world. Our sailors provide maritime security, foreign presence, and humanitarian assistance as part of America's Navy, a global force for good. Hark, who do we have here in front of us? We have some of my fellow Native Americans, including the Crow tribe. These are veterans, the Billy Lax Band, the Nottawasepi Huron Band of Potawatomi, and Trickster Cultural Center. Thank you for your participation and contribution to tonight's affairs in honor of the survivors of Pearl Harbor and all of our present World War II veterans. The Upper Chesapeake Community Band banner is in front of us now with quite the truck behind you. I've heard of Mack trucks. I don't know if that's a Peterbilt or Mack or what brand that is, but that is one heck of a truck. Flatbed truck, that is, right behind them. Let's check this out as they come here by the reviewing stand with Brigadier General Joseph Clearfield and company standing by to inspect and listen for the great sounds of this great band. In 1994, the desire arose for a community band in the rural Cecil County, Maryland area. After grassroots efforts, the Upper Chesapeake Community Band was formed. Over the past 27 years, this band has provided entertainment and support to veterans in Maryland, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. Take it away. Let's hear from you. is the United States Air Force balloon. Give a nice round of applause. This was our youngest branch of service. I believe the Marines were the first created in 1774 before we became a nation, but the Air Force is relatively young. It was created in the 1940s. That's why they have such an attitude now. And now comes Utah. Pardon me, right behind them. Let me acknowledge the Air Force platoon. Looking good, gentlemen. Appreciate your service. Now, USS Utah banner is next. And now the Utah Pipe Band. They were established in 1937. Although they look much younger than that. 84 years of piping. Formed by Robert Barclay. They wear the ancient Barclay tartan. Gorgeous sound. Presenting now. Now here's this. Wichita High School marching band from the great state, great patriotic state of Utah. Utah Pipe Band. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Fine presentation. It's flatbed truck time again. As the action never stops. And we welcome the Wichita High School Orchestra atop the next big macho flatbed truck. Check it out. Sporting 16 chairs. And mahalo nui loa to the one, the only, Arcana Trucking, doing the deed. All beautiful and spiffed up. Their parade showing an appearance here tonight. And quite neat. Sounded good there. And we pause for commercial identification here as the action actually pauses for the moment. We can acknowledge all of our many generous and fine sponsors, including historic programs, the History and A&E channels. Thank you also to the many hotels involved, including the Hilton Hawaiian Village, the largest hotel in all the Pacific. They're of course on Mackay, the ocean side of our opening ceremony tonight. The banners, that of the American Heritage dance troupe. Where are they? I see. I see. The crowd down there said Hanaho. They asked for an encore and thus for Gap in time. We're going to welcome them in just a moment. But once again, thank you. A&E Networks, History, Hilton Hawaiian Village, and the Best Defense Foundation for their support of our successful, happy National Pearl Harbor Parade 80th Anniversary Edition, 10th Anniversary. And here come some of our more popular dancers. Stand by. Thank you. We have a lot of our friends and historic programs, connections to or connected to various famous parts of the great state of Utah. This particular parade, entry number 69 of about 95, is no exception. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the American Heritage Dance Troupe. This is the American Heritage of South Jordan Union and the B-Boy Dance Company. They come from a traditional Christian private school in South Jordan, Utah. They're excited to help celebrate and honor the veterans of Pearl Harbor. Maybe you're too young to remember. This is Casey and the Sunshine Band. Back then, DJs spinning records. There he is, our chairman, Joel Biggs. Everything okay, Joel? He said it's okay, it's okay, it's better than okay. All right, show me chairs. The Beatles are here, and so is the Harding Charter Preparatory School, the Aquila Song Choir. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma! They're a preparatory school. They include men and women, sophomores to seniors. They've got a crowd and a choir that's been around with rigorous school principals preparing them for collegiate programs and advanced placement in various diverse subjects and fields. What a tradition. What a day. What a night as the entertainment just keeps on coming. Selection Aloha. Who can forget? Indeed, the Varsity Spirit Cheerleaders, Chapter 2, the second 400 of them. This, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed our future of America. Varsity Spirit Cheerleaders, Chapter 2. All 800 of them have passed by the reviewing stand, looking and sounding great, leaving love and hatred. Merry Christmas. Linda Kaliki to you too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've acknowledged the Army, anchors away, Navy, up and away, the Air Force. What about the Coast Guard, formed in 1790? And ladies and gentlemen, behind the balloon acknowledging their presence, give a nice warm round of applause to the U.S. Coast Guard platoon. Good gentlemen, standing proud for America. I just love the Coast Guard. They've got some great ships. Do some great work out there on the ocean. Great security, proactive work. I love their planes, their ships, their spirit. They are the best. This is the Bay High School Marching Band and Choir from the great state of Florida. Take note, she says. Tuesday evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, as we say in Hawaii, aloha, ahi, ahi, paheoi, how are ya? I hope your bike, doing well. Shakabara. He's provided the music for the Varsity Spirit Cheerleader Chapter 3. Every one of the great states constituting the states. United we stand, united we fall, but honor our past, preserve our future, here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a very special brain entry here. This school formed in 1946. Talk about football champions like the Hooper. This is the team. It's also been on the winning side of the ledger, including this season, under the direction of a former top 40 national songbird turned Dr. Glenn Medeiros, head of St. Louis High School. Here now, their junior Rossi program. Out of the spirit, preserve the past, preserve the future. That's the St. Louis High School Junior Rossi program. Established in 1946. It may well be the only remaining all-boys school in Hawaii under the leadership of great Mr. Glenn Medeiros, up there on the hill behind Waikiki, next to Chaminade University. Go St. Louis. Next, Western Illinois University Marching Band from where else? Illinois, look at her go! Purple's got the best chance. And look at her team coming right behind them. She paves the way. The Marching Leathernecks includes students from nearly every discipline of campus of Western Illinois University. The students' total commitment to excellence sparked the legacy of the Marching Leathernecks. The band is known for its powerful sound and unique innovations, which have impressed audiences throughout the Midwest. Their performances have included NFL halftime shows, exhibition performances, and Bands of America Regional National Championships, and national parade performances. home stretch of our final view. More. I promised you more varsity spirit cheerleaders. This is chapter 4 of an unlimited bout. Can you imagine what it takes to herd, not cats, but young ladies from all over the nation, not from one city, not from one town, not from one high school, all over the country, times 800. And to get them here and take them home in a run-run Hawaii, their leaders deserve a medal.
I don't think y'all were ready for this one right here. But it's about to feel real good.
and pipes from band. They're a mass band, indeed massive, from around the United States. It has paid memorial tribute to members of our U.S. military for their ultimate sacrifice for freedom. And this is one of our Pearl Harbor survivors. Bless you, sir. and gentlemen, on behalf of Chairman Joel Biggs of the Historic Programs, we say thank you to each and every one of you and appreciate your service tonight. Thank you also to David Asing of Akahi Sound, and thank you to Moa Mahi and all of his great staff. This is the end of the 10th anniversary, 10th edition of the National Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade, commemorating 80 years since that great day of infamy in history. We thank you all. God bless you. Melikaliki Maka, and we'll see you next year. Until then, aloha. Sold American. I'm Server Joe, the auctioneer. Good night, and have a good tomorrow. Heads up.
You gonna see it? Not really? Okay. You can see it from far. How about now? Say wow. Don't just sit there, okay? Depending on the size of your appetite will be the size of your plate. I usually put 20 on each side because I love food. For those of you who are on a diet, use one leaf. If you are vegetarian, eat the leaves. It's gluten-free. One of the best things about this plate, after we eat, we toss it. And nobody worries about dishes. You guys like to do dishes? Me too. Can you see it now? Clap. Very simple plates, and that's how life was back in the days. It was very easy and very simple. Another thing I want to show you how to make some coconut milk. You want to see that? Milk comes from the ripe coconuts. You can tell the ripe coconuts by the color, they turn brown. They're a beautiful brown, like me. So some of you are not ripe yet. I am so sorry. We call it purple. Say it. So ask him, use this. Melei. In English, sharp stick. All right, pay attention. Step number 1. You kill it. Number 2, you push down. Again, same step. Back. That was in slow motions for your convenience. Husking coconuts in my island is one of the competitive sports. Record for a man, 3 seconds. Ladies, 2 days. That's why the men do the cooking in our islands. And the women go shopping. Please move to my island. I was the last one there. I want to show you how to crack it. Crack it in 2 halves. You must study the face. Any coconut has 2 eyes in the mouth. It's kind of far, but the face is there. The 2 eyes on the top and the mouth at the bottom. And there was a beautiful legend on how this face came about. The legend is very long and romantic, so we skip it. Now here's what you need to do. Locate the line that runs between the 2 eyes. That is the soft spot. You get something heavy and hard, and you hit across that line, you get 2 pieces. I use my forehead. use this simple tool. It's called rock. Say it. In Samoa, we say the rock. We call it ma'a. Ma'a. Locate the line that runs between the two eyes and hit it right across. If the coconut doesn't come out in two pieces, don't blame me. I'm from Samoa. This is a Hawaiian coconut made in China. Are you ready? You do it like this.
I was gonna get you wet, but alright, I'll get you started. Alright, good job.
Save the lip flap. Can you see that? That is coconut water or coconut juice. In our island, we also call it 7-Up. It has no caffeine. Never had it. Never will. Here's to me. Now that's the juice. Milk is still here. I'm going to show you how to get this milk. We use this machine. It's called Ausa'alo. Everybody. In English, Samoan food processor. In Japan, Yamaha. Okay, here we go. Right here is a sharp piece of metal, and we use it to soften the meat. Before we get the metal, we use seashells and sharp rocks. Last year they brought the metal to the islands. We are so happy. We can also change the speed to make it go faster. You move fast when you work. You move slow, your father will hit you with the stick. I've been doing this all my life. One day I said to myself, forget it. I am moving to America, the land of the free. And here I am, doing the same thing. And I'm still happy. Is everybody happy? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Thank you to the three of you. Be very careful when you do this. Make sure you keep rotating the shell so you have an even shredding process. You don't turn the shell, your fingers might get caught inside, and you're gonna look like this. So be careful. Okay, good enough for milk. To make the milk, we use the fibers of the coconut husk. Gather the meat. And then squeeze it. Everybody say milk. In Samoa, pe'e pe'e. Pe'e pe'e. And here it is. 100%. Not half and a half. And this is how we milk our coconuts. Don't go home and try milking the cow the same way. You will make him cry. Ooh. Wrong cow. So this milk, we use it for our cooking in the islands. It's very rich. It's like a laxative. So before we use it, we dye a little bit of water. But if you ever drink it from its pure form, please stay home. You stay close, then you hang loose. You guys having a good time? You guys still want to see that tree climbing? That is still wet from the rain yesterday? We do anything to make you happy. Let me see if my climber is ready. All right, put your hands together, guys. Put those hands together. No, just together first. Let's pray for him. It's his first day on the job. Clap your hands, everybody. Come on. Keep clapping. He's coming up. It's kind of dark, but you can see him. Keep clapping until he reaches the top. Can somebody scream? And say, ooh, ooh, ah. Yes, we don't have monkeys, so we train him. He's gonna jump to the next tree. Oh yes. Everybody say, also. Yes. Sorry guys, not tonight. He's the last climber left. Last week was very windy. We lost 7 of them. And it still smells under the other tree. Hey, give him a big hand, guys. Come on, give it up. As he slowly makes his way down, I want to thank you for having me tonight. I'll be back for some more. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Kapitai te renava and aloha.
Let's give a big round of applause for Chief Chris and his tree climbing friend. And like Chief Chris said, very later on in our program, he's brought some family and friends down to share with you some songs and dances from the islands of Samoa. I thought while he was up there, he was going to change the light bulb on the coconut tree, but I guess it's out. Now we're going to continue on with our luau. We've got more fans and family and friends that have joined us on the lawn. Welcome to our celebration of the Pearl Harbor Parade. And so now we're going to move into, we're just going to hold on for just a few moments as our musician will serenade you guys. We'll be back very shortly.
Everybody having a good time so far tonight? We know that there's still a few coming in. There are some tables up here, some chairs. If you want to come up here and eat your meal, you're welcome to do this. Originally, this was reserved for some veterans. They're now, for the most part, they've eaten and gone back to go to bed. So there are seating up here up front and tables to eat your meals if you'd like to do that. My name's Joel Biggs. Moamahi right here. Together with our teams, we put this together for you and for the veterans. And that's really what this is about, is bringing generations together. We like to pull the kids out of the classroom and take them to the place where history was made, right here on the island of Hawaii, 80 years ago, and to learn and pay tribute to our history makers. So thank you all for taking the time to do it, to make the effort to do it. A few things need to happen in order for you to be here tonight. Number one, every single one of you students has a desire to strive for excellence in all that you do. Congratulations for that. Number two, you have to have parents who have a vision and who support you and help you fundraise and to make it possible for you to be back here to a place like this. Number 3, you have to have a teacher, if you're from a school, who likes you well enough to take you out of the classroom and give you opportunities like this, who has a vision for education beyond what they see in the classroom. Those teachers who work extra hard, emphasis on extra. They're not just doing what everybody else does. They're saying, you know what, let's go to Hawaii. Let's figure out a way to get there. The fourth thing that needs to happen is you need to have an administration that removes the obstacles, that allows you the opportunity to do things like this. There are not very many schools in America that get to do what you did today. And in spite of all the weather, in spite of all the obstacles that were in front of you, you guys overcame, you achieved, and most of all, you remembered what was most important, and that was you're here not for yourselves to just have fun in Hawaii, but you're here to pay tribute to those whose service and sacrifice made it possible for us all to be here. You guys agree with that? Okay, very good, thank you. Well, I'm going to turn the mic over to you in just a sec, but we want representatives from every single group to come up here because we want you to take home something very special tonight. But before I do that, I gotta say, you guys need to go out and follow us on @historic programs on Instagram because we're putting all kinds of photos and cool things out there @historic programs on Instagram. And we've got a special presentation for you in a minute. Number 1, you guys saw this History Maker medal that we gave our veterans. Well, they said, what about all of you guys? What about everybody else who made the effort to come back and pay tribute to us? Shouldn't they also be considered history makers? And the answer to that is yes, sir, absolutely. So we have a History Maker medallion, the same one that was given to our World War II veterans, to give to each of you tonight. And we'll send that home with your school representatives. So come on up. And then we also have a presentation. We're going to give you a special trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, aloha! Thank you so much for your visit. I don't know if you know, but this is probably the biggest event that we've held in Hawaii for a group of this size in the last year and a half. Now, you probably heard that getting the parade permit was a little touch and go. When the governor of Hawaii announced on November 24th that they were allowed to have unlimited capacity events, that's when we knew this event was going to take place. But prior to that, we only went by faith that this event was going to take place. Many of you fundraised it for a good 2 years or maybe more. So we want to thank you for all that fundraising. Thank you to the boosters and the parents. Students, how about a big round of applause for our parents and our boosters for all they did to get you here to Hawaii. And in behalf of our team that lives here in Hawaii, we thank you for your visit. You guys are responsible for our #1 industry, which is of course the tourism. Number 2 is a surprise to some, the military. 10% of our population in Hawaii make up the military. So we want to thank you for being here. During the parade, I was at the beginning of the parade, and there were many chicken skin moments, but the best chicken skin moment for me, I don't know if you noticed, but when the Pearl Harbor survivors was going down Kalakaua Avenue, you know, they had an earlier event at 8 o'clock this morning, but every one of them wanted to attend the parade. The reason why they wanted to attend the parade is that the public was able to reach out, shake their hand, and say thank you to them. So I don't know if we have any Pearl Harbor survivors here, but we thank them for their service. We thank them for their example. How about a big holler and a big round of applause to all of our Pearl Harbor survivors. That was my chicken skin moment, just to see them there. And you know, our next big event is on the 85th. We have this event every year. We don't know how many will be here, but as long as they're there, we're going to honor them by holding this event. And taking care of them, having them here, would not be possible without your being here. So thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. Last night, we're supposed to have this luau. It rained out, so all of our musicians and dancers, they said, we'll be here. So they have other jobs and various other activities, but we're so happy to have them here. How about a round of applause for all of our musicians and our dancers for putting on this luau for us. And I don't know about how this happened with the great weather, but
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for blessing us with a good day so we can enjoy each other's company. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bubba. Thank you so much to you and all your team. I'm going to turn the mic over here to Mr. Chris Meeker, our executive producer, and he's going to talk to you about the Tiki Award tradition here at the Pearl Harbor.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Chris. I've had an opportunity to work with most of you for about 18 months preparing for this. This is exciting. What a great day, wasn't it? Beautiful. What a pleasure it's been to work with all of you and to see your smiling faces here at this wonderful event. And grateful for our hosts here at the Waikiki Shell and for these wonderful musicians and all of the musicians and the people that you brought. Each of our participating bands and other groups that were in our parade today will receive one of these tikis. They're really awesome. I want to read to you what it says on there. It is for the Pearl Harbor Memorial, from the Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade Committee. In recognition of the participation in the 2021 Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade, commemorating the 80th anniversary of the events at Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 2021. You get each of you to take one of these home, each of you groups, stick them in your trophy case at the school or organization, wherever you're at. Really pretty amazing. Now, in addition to that, we do have those medals that we presented to our veterans today. We do have a commemorative medal for each of our participants, and we'll make sure that your directors or your leaders get those so that they can be distributed. But there is one other Tiki trophy that we'd like to give out tonight. Part of our tradition here, as part of the Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade, is we have lots of bands participate each year, and we have a reviewing member of the military that sits at our review stand and watches each of the bands as they go pass by. And we'd like to present sort of a most outstanding band. And not that anybody was bad, everybody was wonderful today, but this is, I guess you could call it a grand champion, but we're all champions, but there's one band in particular that stood out to our review personnel, and we'd like to, they're probably up here on stage. There's a lot of people up here on stage, but we'd like to recognize tonight the Spring Hill High School Band under the direction of Dan Wiggy. They were outstanding. So, congratulations. If you're hip near Spring Hill, come on up. He looks completely shocked. Congratulations. Wonderful. Take that home with you too. And we'll make sure that these tikis get delivered to you guys at your hotel. Make sure you get this before you go home. Thank you all again. It's been a pleasure to be with you, and what a wonderful evening.
I just want to speak on behalf of the veterans. Not only am I a member of this great organization, but I'm also a retired Marine. So veterans are important to me. I want to tell all of you how much it meant to the veterans today. These men that 80 years ago had the worst day of their life, and you helped them remember why they did it. You're the reason that they fought World War II, to give you a life of freedom and peace and liberty. And you showed them that it was worth the fight today. So please give a big round of applause for all of our participants. Thank you so much. We really appreciate everything you did for us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Earl. Thank you, everybody else. We have these medallions. Your tour director will get you the medallions as well as the Tiki trophies. One more round of applause for the representatives of each of our participating groups today. Great job, everybody. Thank you. Now get out of here. We're going to start the show. Thanks, everybody.
Get that picture in right before we get started. Here we are, Waikiki Shell Pearl Harbor Parade 2021! All right, gang, thank you so much. And you guys enjoy your evening here. Lawn is filling up. Down here, we've got everybody participating. Everybody's like, I'm getting a little bit tired. Till last night, we want to have fun, and we completely understand. Now, most of you, I would say some of you have your experience with a luau prior to that was either through the movies, television programs, maybe in your hometown where you adorned colorful plastic leis, put on the grass skirts, walked around drinking pineapple juice or chi-chis or margaritas while you did a tight-up shaka like this and went, aloha, all right? But if you do the shaka properly, you gotta loosen it like we do in Hawaii, to hang loose. We don't stick our feet just like that if you wanna be like the locals out here, all right? Now, a luau, of course, is a celebration, but in old Hawaii it was better known as a pa'ina or aha'aina. And it was actually part of a spiritual experience for the ohana or family time, because to the Hawaiian, this food was nourishment from the gods. But more recently, a luau is a social celebration, and that's why we're here tonight, to celebrate all you participant supporters of the Pearl Harbor Parade, as well as our veterans. And so we're gonna bring out our friends from here in the Hawaiian Islands to showcase their hula implements that are currently here at the front of the stage, with the uli uli right here, the red feathered gourds, the pu'ili or the bamboos, splintered bamboos, and the ipo right here. As I bring out our hula dancers with e hula mai.